Hi folks, this is Dragon. This is a video on shipping containers. On the forum we've talked about 40-foot containers. This is a 20-foot container. A friend of mine, Bob, has kindly consented for us to have a look at it. The way he's installed it above ground and have a bit of a look inside. Originally designed as storage, but also as a severe weather or storm shelter or bunker, as you like. So if you just bear with me, I'll try and walk this up without everybody getting dizzy. That's the front of the shipping container there, the normal doors on it, outside locking bolts and bars, but this was installed in a different way so that we didn't get any accidental lock-ins, people locked inside with these doors. So I'll hand over to Bob, and he can give us a bit of rundown on how he installed this 20-foot shipping container. The basics, if you're looking at doing something like this, are pretty much the same as 40-foot containers. So hopefully it'll give some of your viewers an idea of what to do and what not to do. Okay, Bob, I'll hand it over to you.
Alright, well, I guess we start from the ground up. You must put pretty solid pylons in, or piers, or whatever you want to call them, so that it'll withstand the support and the weight, but also if you get a severe wind factor, that it doesn't pull out of the ground. Now these poles here are all down about 3 feet. Or I don't know what the metrics is on that one, but I'm still a foot and inch boy. Yeah, all these posts have got adjustments on them, so that if when ground moves a bit, you can adjust the container to sit level again. One of the things you must remember when you cut a doorway in these things, support either side, because otherwise they will buckle. We just used a very thin cut-off wheel and an angle grinder to cut the doorway in, and then we timbered it in around the sides to make it weatherproof. And
that doorway opens outwards, does it, Bob? It can be unlocked from inside for an accidental lock-in. Yep.
Yes, it can be. It's a one-way lock. You can. It's key only from outside, but inside there's a handle there that you can operate at any time. This container is only cladded on 2 sides, just for the weather, to keep the heat out. We've used just ordinary timber screwed to the container with batten screws, and we just screwed second-hand sheets on the outside to make it a lot cooler inside.
So you've got about 1.5 inch air gap between the corrugated iron and the container. The container.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yep.
Don't forget to paint the container before you put the sheets up, because otherwise, to make it last a bit longer. Yeah. Do you want to have a look inside?
Yeah, if I could have a closer look at these pylons.
Yep. Try this. Yeah, these ones here. You can see the adjustments, in case you need it. It's all 75 by 6mm flat, welded to 16mm threaded rod.
And that gives you height adjustment to level off in case
in case of ground movement, yes.
And this post here to the right of the door, and this one here, if you cut a door on the side of them, the containers tend to lose their structural integrity, and sag. So when you mount them like this, you've got to have these 2 supports either side of the door, so it stops it from sagging. Okay.
Now, your door is block. And just note the handle that we've got inside, so that no one can accidentally get locked inside. It's there permanent.
Okay.
whether it's locked or not.
So whether, irregardless of whether this outside
Door is locked, it doesn't matter.
you still operate that.
Yep.
Just like that. Oops.
Yeah, either way.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's not much light inside these things once the doors are closed. Even though, for my own benefit as much as anything else, I usually keep an LED light just on the shelf.
That's a good idea. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about the timber work on the doorway, Bob?
Yeah, we've that was all treated pine because that was handy at the time. It's all batten screwed in. It's quite secure. And if you have a look at the bottom of the door, we've cut it out so to stop mice from getting in. That works quite well.
So those that's
hardwood.
That's hardwood, and it fits the corrugations on the door.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes. There are vents in the roof of this one. I don't know if you've seen that before. I don't know if you can pick that up.
I'll just have a look at it.
You might just be able to see it. I've just drilled holes and welded a piece of 3-inch RHS on the top with a hat on.
Okay.
And don't forget to mesh it to keep the insects out.
And that prevents condensation problems?
Yes, we've had no condensation problems in the last, 3 years odd that this has been in place.
That's good, that's good. Is it right if I step inside, mate?
Yeah, go for it. As long as there's enough light. The only downside of this one is that there is no lighting.
So that's the air vents here. You've got one.
We've got 4 in total.
4 in total. And actually, it's folks, it's quite cool in here. We've got a bit of a breeze blowing outside, as perhaps a little bit cooler. But that's one of the things with shelters, shipping containers. The doors on them have rubber seals, and from my experience a few years ago, when I rented one to store some gear, no ventilation in them, and all the gear inside, through condensation, sitting out in the hot sun, was ruined either through rust or mould or whatever. This particular shipping container has a wooden floor. That comes standard with this, didn't it, Bob?
Yes, that's. There's a lot of standard timber floors. You can buy them with steel, but I don't know if there's any advantage in it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Alrighty, that's good.
Did you get the vents on the top earlier on, or are you going to get them now?
I'll stop it here because I've got to climb a ladder, and I'll just do a pick on the way you've installed the vents.
And yeah, just note that the spacings on these, where we screwed the sheets down, is a lot smaller than normal.
Yep.
Because it's added strength, and everything is welded onto the container. If the wind shifts that, well, your butt high.
And of course the false roof on it also provides it with extra
cool. It's a lot cooler. It'll give you
Yep.
an air space there, and a bit more storage space for stuff that's important, but not doesn't matter if it gets a bit of weather on it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Alright, mate, I'll just climb up that ladder and show the viewers the vents that you've made. They're quite simple and very effective.